Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Okay, so let's get straight into this. Like I wanted to talk about, it was about me getting fired. So I got fired from my job, my company, my last company, uh, and this was in this March of 2026. I was fired March 4th, and yeah, I mean it's March 16th. It's Monday, March 16th. It's been 12 days. Um, yeah, man, I've been applying to new jobs on LinkedIn. Applied a few jobs on Upwork, some little gigs, and then yeah, I've just been doing like side hustles right now, um, making emails, outreach, cold outreach, and yeah, man. So I got fired, and honestly, I feel like it was one of the best things that could have happened to me. Even though it's a shitty situation, but I mean, hey, man, it's what it is. And before I go on a tangent and start telling you guys motivational stuff about everything happens for a reason and giving you a speech, I'd rather not on that, a speech on that specifically today or right now. Um, I wanted to keep it real with you guys today, and what I wanted to talk about was what actually went down and what I learned and where I'm at right now after all of this and getting fired and being employed at the moment. And because I think a lot of you watching have probably felt this, exactly what I felt at one point or another in your lives, or at a job or something like that, or with a professor, teacher, a coworker, a friend, a family member. So a boss, completely 100%. Most That's the whole point of this right now. Like everybody has dealt with it with the boss, but because I feel like nobody really talks about it enough. Like it's easier said than done. Like, oh, just deal with it. Oh, emotional control, yada yada. Like it's easier said than done. So let's get into it. So my job, what happened, right? So I was working at my last company, and I was into business development and operations, mostly inside sales, to be honest, just dealing with customer service and sales, just dealing with customers and hospitality. And I was handling like the e-commerce website, logistics, customer communications, coordinating projects as like a junior project manager also. And I was wearing like all these hats, and honestly, I loved it. I liked it. I liked doing it. I wasn't the best at it, but I was good at it. Like I was good at it, and I kept getting better, and I'm still getting better, and that's why all this ties into that, where it's just like I'm growing, constantly evolving, and so is everybody else. Nobody's perfect. I never say I'm perfect. I never, if I give those vibe off, I address that, because it's like I never intend to flex if I don't need to or want to on some braggadocious, egotistical shit. So, anyways, I was good at it. I was good at my job. I felt like it. Was I the best? No, but I felt like I was good at it, and I kept going. And I'm ambitious. I'm driven, and yeah, man. So I was showing up every single day. I was learning fast, handling things that were way above my pay grade, and that's like the biggest thing about all this. Where it's just like consideration, acknowledgement, and I don't know, man, and who's actually good and who's actually evil and trying to exploit you, enslave you, and use you, and manipulate you, betray you, deceive you, all this stuff, man. And here's the thing about corporate environments that nobody prepares you for, that I realize. And it doesn't matter how good you are. Sometimes the politics behind the scenes stuff, the decisions people make about you that have nothing to do with your performance, that stuff hits different when you're not expecting it. And that's the key word, when you're not expecting it. Um, there shouldn't be any expectations. That's 100%. I agree with that. But you should be prepared and ready for everything. You should be prepared and expect the unexpected. That is what I believe. And whether you like it or not, it's the truth. You have to be prepared for the unexpected. So, March 4th, I got terminated. So like I knew I was gonna get fired. I That was already in the plans. That's why I was preparing my escape, my exit, applying to jobs, just doing the due diligence, doing my job. I always do my job. That was never the problem. That's all I ever did. I never did anything but my job. I was a great worker, go worker, and this is the case at like 99% of most of my jobs. It's just people don't like me because I like to speak the truth, and people don't like the truth, so they'll kill me. They'll burn me if they have to. And yeah, I'm not the best at keeping my mouth shut or staying silent when I need to all the time. I know of when I need to do it and pick and choose my battles, but hey man, people get under my skin, they boil my blood, and people are annoying. People are ignorant. People are stupid. So like that's just me being nice, to be honest. I can be ruder. I can be even more. I can fry and cook motherfuckers if I really wanted to, because it's like we're all on the same fucking boat. I'm broke. You're stupid. We're all fucking stupid. Just because you have money doesn't make you smarter. That's where I'm coming from. So it's just like, shut the fuck up. And I get that results are a thing, but let me get back to it. So March 4th, I got terminated. No real warning. No, hey, here's what we need from you. Just you're done in the middle of my shift at 1 p.m. Fuck them motherfuckers. And in that moment, I felt a lot of things. Like, I was angry. I was confused. I was, honestly, I mean, I wasn't really embarrassed. I'm just, like, because I didn't do anything. And because when you put real effort into things, that, if anything, where I did show, I feel like I had embarrassment with these people at my last job, it's just, it's embarrassing when you put real effort into something and then it gets taken from you like that, especially when you're doing all of this out of love and goodwill, and because people want to act like they care about you even though they don't care about you. When you put real effort into something and it gets taken from you, and you do it out of goodwill and love because you didn't have to, and you're not even getting paid for it, then it's like one of those things, like, it shakes you like for a second, because you got a question like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I doing this? For what? For who? Does it make sense? Here's what I want to say to anyone who's ever been at a corporate job, or to in a 9 to 5, or any situation where you're giving your energy to someone else's vision, aka a job. Anybody, bro, you're always working for somebody else's dream, whether you like it or not, man. And they don't owe you loyalty. That's the whole thing about this. Like, they don't owe you nothing. Like, if anything, they feel like they're giving you an opportunity that you should be lucky for even, breathing and being here, yada yada. And that's a lie, obviously. Like, nobody says it, but it's the truth. And you could be the most dedicated person in that fucking building and still be like dispensable, expendable, waste, garbage. Just toss them on to the next one. You could sacrifice your time, your weekends, your mental health, everything, relationships with people, and at the end of the day, you are just a resource on the spreadsheet. And that's the harsh truth. You're just numbers that come down, that break down into the spreadsheet. We all have the little dollar signs over our head. How much is it? How much are we worth? And I didn't say that to be dark. Like, I'm not saying that to be dark or just be like, oh, like I'm a capitalist. I just care about money. Like, this is beyond the money. Like, fuck the money. Like, obviously the money comes with the value and with all the good that you bring into this world. But right now, what I'm trying to talk about is because understanding this set me free. Understanding that people will do whatever it takes for money, whether you like it or not, and that's what it takes to be successful. So that's why being successful, you gotta choose. You pick and choose the contract you sign. You pick your poison. You pick and choose if you want to be a good person or if you want to be a shitty person and a dickhead, and you want to lie, deceive, play people, just short-term gratification, just robbing people, scamming people, just selling a dream, pitching, painting a dream, all this bullshit. And I've watched people, give like 5, 10, 15, 20 years to a company just to have them let them go without even having like a real conversation about it. Like, they just let them go. They're the problem without even having a real conversation about it. And you can be mad all you want, but it's what it is. And I've seen people get like passed over. For even me, it's happened to me. Talked over, underestimated, and a lot of us, myself included, we stay quiet. And I can only stay quiet for so long. I'm a really nice guy. I can stay quiet and hold my tongue for only so long before something gets me tired. You push the wrong buttons. You're testing me. You're testing, and whether you didn't know or not, that's why communication is important and boundaries are so beautiful and important. And a lot of us, myself included, like we take it, like, because it's something that, like, I was just like, my family did it, I do it. I've always done it with shorties, with friends, just older people, because I don't want to get them upset, even like this, like with clients or jobs, bosses of older people, because they have experience, just being humble. Like, you don't want to press the wrong toes. You don't want to step on the wrong toes, bite the hand that feeds you. I get it. Like, I don't want to do too much if I don't have to. But unfortunately, in this world, you have to be extreme. You have to be polar opposite. So it's like, you kind of got to do too much, because that's the only way people listen and take you seriously, unfortunately. You could just, if you're too nice, people will take you. They don't take you serious. They take you as a joke. They don't. You'll spend your time saying shit 10, 100 different ways in a fucking speech like Barack Obama, just so somebody still gets offended and blames you, and they play the victim and you're in the wrong, even though they're completely oblivious and stupid and just fucking in the Lulu land. And honestly, the only reason that you'll end up like tolerating bullshit like this at a job ever, and just getting like, picking and choosing battles, staying quiet, all this stuff, and stressing over bullshit, is because the paycheck feels safe. Like you're getting paid every week. You're getting a certain amount. You're comfy with that. You're making it work. It's enough for you to do what you want and what you need, because we don't feel like we have another option yet, is the main real reason for me too. Like, I just never felt like I had another option yet, and I still don't feel like I have another option. But that's why I'm doing new things. I'm creating content. We're figuring this out in real time, all of us together, you and me. And yeah, man, because this shit's not easy, and we gotta all start from somewhere. And the realer people at the end of the day, that are, who I will respect and lean towards in this society, for friends, for anything, for loyalty. But here's what I know now. After all of this, here's what I know now. And safety is a trap when it's attached to someone else's decision making. So this is in all types of relationships, even with your boss. Like, do you control your life? Or are you an order taker? Do you just do what people tell you to do because you make enough money? And it's all an ego thing. Like, you just want to do it for the car, for the friends, for the vacation, for the house, for the girls, for the shorties. Of course, like, who doesn't? And it's understandable. But real security is gonna come from what you build with yourself. So, like, this sounds cutesy, and I had to learn that the hard way. But, like, you gotta put in the fucking work. Nobody else is gonna do it for you. If you can't explain it, you haven't gone through it yet, unfortunately, whether you like it or not. That's something that I've had to understand too, because it's a patience thing. You want to think you're there, or you think you know everything, or that you got everything in place, or why is this happening to me, all this stuff, why. But at the end of the day, entrepreneurship and business is not cute. It is the real world. It is going to be something that, if you're not prepared for it, for the unexpected, this is a part of all of that, in that philosophy and mindset. You're going to get cooked. You're going to get fried. You're going to get played. You're going to get scammed. You're going to get traumatized. You're going to have trust issues. You're going to have all these things because you don't know boundaries, and you don't know how to stand up for yourself and make things happen. And at the end of the day, my point is, you can't bring a knife to a gunfight, because that's what's going on in business. That's what's going on in society right now with people and social media, with all this money stuff, and people trying to escape capitalism and late stage capitalism and all this stuff. This country in America is falling apart, and everybody sees it, whether they want to believe it or not, or acknowledge it or not, just because the privilege is they're not in, that's not their situation or anymore, or whatever case may be. The point is that you need to know what's going on, the reality. And if you want to tiptoe around it and be dishonest or be just using people for yourself, bro, like, I mean, that's why I've had to learn the hard way. You want to give people the benefit of the doubt. You want to think people are good people, and they are who they say they are, not what they do, right? You think that shit align? Like, if it doesn't align, like, make it make sense. Like, it does, something's off. Like, everything is off. Everything is fugazi. And it wasn't just the job. This year has been like a master class in people, in understanding who actually shows up for you when things get hard. Who's actually there for you when you're in the fucking mud, when you're fucking broke, when you go unemployed, when you don't got money, when you don't, when everybody is, your back is against the wall. You got no friends, no family, no girl. Everybody left you. Everybody hates you. Everybody got something against you. They don't like how you talk. They don't like your attitude. You're too much. I've always been somebody who gives a lot in relationships because I believe relationships are beautiful. They're something that money cannot replace. You cannot replace all the experiences, all the feelings, all the things you learn from people. This earth is sacred. Those relationships are sacred.